sometimes we make adventure too complicated. We think it needs months of planning, expensive gear, perfect weather, and a destination worth bragging about. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe an adventure can be as simple as choosing a route, starting the bike, and letting the day unfold. No big expectations, no dramatic missions. Just the road, the weather, whatever happens along the way, and at the very least, the reminder of how beautiful nature can be when you actually take time to notice it. This day, as many others, started with beautiful weather, a good breakfast, and me in front of the computer following all of my creators. And on this specific day, Thomas had just released a video talking about procrastination. By the way, Thomas, thank you for the inspiration. This one struck me right in the heart. I felt, why am I sitting in here when I can be outside in the good weather and having an adventure? So, I did a little research, found a place not too far from here, and took it to Stegra and planned a route. All I had to do now was bring my gear, start the bike, roll out on the road and let nature show its magnificence. You don't always have to plan the big things. this is exactly the kind of place I was hoping to find. Not because it's famous, nor because it's spectacular, but because it has a story. I've always been a bit of an historian nerd. Actually, probably more than a bit. There's just something about standing in a place where people lived, worked, fought, and made decisions hundreds of years ago. You start wondering, why here? What did they see when they looked over this landscape? What was worth protecting? And also, who the poor guy standing guard on a cold November morning thinks, I really hope nothing happens today. Because, let's be honest, standing watching in the rain 800 years ago probably wasn't a dream job. But what I love about places like this, a pile of stone isn't really a pile of old stone. It's the last chapter of a story that's been standing here long after everyone who wrote it is gone. And all it took to find it was deciding to not stay at home today.
I'm not an historian, but places like this tells a story about the past, about the future. I mean, it's still reminiscent of a castle being built here, and it makes you wonder why they chose this place. And, I mean, you have the views you could see from miles away when the enemy came. It's places like this that makes me reflect on how the society has changed. I mean, this was a strategic place for seeing when the enemy came miles away, or yeah, all the surroundings have you have a great view at what's coming at you. Today we have all this technology. It's places like this that makes the journey. You don't have to go far. Just stop procrastinating. Go out there and do what you like. This is what makes the difference to me. I can be calm, look at the nature, and just relax for a moment. It's the things that makes me clear up what's really important in life. This is the adventure. I mean, for the big YouTubers out there, they got all these big adventures, but they all started here, at this moment in life where the adventure is just outside the door, just getting out there. This is what it's about to be in an adventure, just doing things, doing stuff. You don't have to go to Africa or anywhere else. You can do the things at home. That's what is the adventure. And I believe that the key is to make an adventure of it.
This morning started like so many other Sundays. A good breakfast, a cup of Trocadero, watching people out there living incredible adventures. And just like every other time, I caught myself thinking, one day. But today became different. Instead of watching someone else's adventure, I decided to go and find my own. Not across a continent. Not for weeks. Just for an afternoon. And somehow that was enough. Maybe that was what I want the channel to remind me of. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Sometimes all it takes is a good weather, a full tank, and the curiosity to see where the next road leads. As I'm riding away, I keep thinking about something. It's funny how often we convince ourselves that adventure has to be complicated. A week of planning, a long journey, a destination you dreamed about for years. It's nothing wrong with that. But today started with nothing more than me looking at Thomas and changing one little bit of my life. Somewhere along the way I found a place that made me stop, think, and smile. Maybe that's what I enjoy most about days like this. You never really know what you're going to bring home. Sometimes it's just a few good memories. Sometimes it's a story. Sometimes it's simply a reminder of slow down, pay attention. So, today didn't change the world. It didn't involve thousands of kilometers of mountain passes and border crossings. It was just a Sunday. A motorcycle, a road, a forgotten castle, and a reminder that some of the best days don't start with a big plan. They start with a little curiosity. If there's one thing I can inspire you to do after watching this, it is the next time the sun comes out, don't wait for the perfect adventure. Just go. Take a road you never taken before. Stop somewhere you always driven past. Who knows? Maybe it's the rain in itself that is the adventure. Maybe your next great story is already waiting for you, just outside your own front door. So, until next time, remember, age before beauty, ride safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't have done. Or what the GPS didn't say you to do. See you out there.